Welcome to season number 2 here in the Arkansas State Red Wolves Dynasty. Heavy expectations reign on the football program this year as we finished second in the Sun Belt West Division and ended up losing our bowl game last season. But the main part of our schedule is going to be the last 5 games where we play some very tough conference opponent teams, including Texas State, who went to the championship on the road, and we will face Louisiana, who had the top recruiting class in the offseason. Well, this means that there's high expectations for quarterback Jaylon Raynor going into his senior season. He was injured as a junior, now returns as the starter, and you know he's got to show up this year. Otherwise, the Red Wolves are going to be put in a very bad position going forward. But that also means that we have a year of development for our elite dev freshman quarterback, Joey Upshaw. Maybe the greatest recruit I've ever seen as a 3-star. His skill caps are amazing, and he's just going to get very, very good tutelage under Jaylon Raynor and this coaching staff. And he's also got a different quarterback throwing style, the lower 3 quarters release. I've never seen a quarterback with that release before. We also had a big change at running back. Josh Flowers was our quarterback, our backup quarterback, and he finished the season after Raynor went out. But he moved positions over to running back and then ended up progressing up to 91 overall. So a 71 quarterback to a 91 overall running back. At receiver, we got better, including Mike Williams, who was our only receiver to go over 1,000 yards a year ago. He goes up from a 66 to a 76. But we do add some interesting freshmen. Now, I don't know how much they are going to contribute here in year 1, but Brian Lorenz is a guy I really like. He's got 96 acceleration, 91 speed, and he is the quickest guy on the entire roster at this point. So I am excited for him to hit this receiving room. But then we added in the transfer portal as well, adding Charles Jagusa from Notre Dame. He is going to be a 2-year starter for us. Hopefully he stays around for 2 years. But we did lose a guy in the portal, Amarion Harris, who we were expecting to be the starting tackle for us. But after redshirting Ethan Truman last season, he is now ready to be our starter at right tackle. Now, he went from a 70 to a 72. Not much progression in the offseason, but I'm expecting really good things from him. He is star development as well. Defensively, we switched our outside linebacker Cameron Kroll from an OLB to an MLB. And he has maxed out on his skill caps. This is as good as he's going to get, but I know he's good. He has Silver Robber, which improves his movement and zone coverage, and I'm hoping that he will have a good season because we really need a good coverage linebacker. But there's not all good news on the defensive side of the football. Dante Joyner, who was our best rated cornerback last year, and going into this year would have been our number 2. He's actually out for the season with a torn pectoral. That's an injury he carried over from last season into this season. But that just means we're going to have to play some unexpected guys that we weren't expecting to play right away. So Joey Garcia, a star development freshman who was an elusive back in high school as an athlete, he is now our starting nickel corner. I like him at the nickel corner position mainly because he has platinum layout, which improves his dive swats. And then he has bronze robber, which helps him in zone coverage. So hopefully he will make some plays for us on the defensive side of the football. And then special teams wise, we are going to have 2 new special teamers, including Devin Gage, who's got 89 kick power. He's got that platinum clutch kicker. And then we have a new punter as well. So 2 freshman guys in special team, and hoping that, we don't drop off too far there, as hopefully we don't have to punt too much. Now, one thing I do in my series is I do incorporate walk-ons onto the roster. These are guys that did not get the animation to commit to the school. They did not sign a letter of intent, but they ended up committing anyway. Let's start with defensive end Cash Johnson. He's pretty good. He might play here and there this year, but I'm probably looking for him to develop a little bit more before he gets meaningful playing time. Tanaka Townsend is a junior walk-on. Now, one thing I like about him is that he's got 76 power moves. He's just well-rounded, and he's a good tackler, good awareness, good play recognition. He's actually going to play a little bit. So if you submitted Tanaka Townsend, your guy will play. And if you follow on my channel in the community tab, I do leave this just about every season to leave your player submission. So these are all guys that you guys submitted, and I do not modify ratings at all, just the names. Vernon Harris is a middle linebacker. He will have to develop a little bit more, and maybe, just maybe, he's just going to be a special teams guy. That's kind of the way it's shaping out for him. Mel Franks is a 2-star safety. He's only 63 overall, but he's actually got decent skill caps, so he will develop into something. I don't know what that's going to be, but it looks like he's going to have to improve with his tackling. Probably his pass coverage is going to develop a little bit more. The issue is his speed is not going to get much better at 86. Offensively, we do have a walk-on quarterback in Montavious Porter III. He is a 3-star quarterback, 6'4". He's got 86 throw power. That's going to need to get better. His accuracy isn't the greatest right now, but who knows? I mean, we don't really know who our future at quarterback is going to be, and maybe it's Porter. We'll see which one of these quarterbacks ends up developing for us, because we have about 3 or even 4 quarterbacks in waiting at this point. It's kind of a good problem to have on this roster. At running back, though, we do have a decent walk-on at running back, Travis De La Cruz. Now, one thing I like about him is he does have that workhorse physical ability, which gives him a lot of toughness when running the football. But I do like what he brings to the table now. He's not the fastest, but he's going to get in on short yardage packages. And he has 80 break tackling, which is one of the highest as far as running backs go. And I do kind of like what he brings to the table. He's not the greatest running back, but he's going to get a few carries this year. It's not going to be a whole lot, but a few packages. And then finally, we have Alex Smith at running back. Now, he's probably got the longest shot to get playing time. What does he do well? Well, I'm not really sure at this point. So he's going to need a couple of years of development, and maybe as a junior, even a senior, he might get some playing time. But right now, I don't see really a good spot for him to get any carries. And then finally, at tight end, we have James Skaggs, a 3-star vertical threat tight end. He's going into his redshirt freshman year. He did have a year to develop. His skill caps look good, but his overall does not meet what I see with these skill caps. So he's going to get in because of his athleticism. He's one of the more athletic tight ends we have on our roster, 80 speed, 84 acceleration, but he's going to need to earn that playing time for sure. So here is what our schedule looks like here in year one. We end up playing Old Dominion the first week, but then we have 4 straight non-conference games in FAU, North Carolina, Michigan State, and hopefully we come away with some wins there in non-conference play. But first we have to play Old Dominion. And Old Dominion finished last season with a record under 500. 7 teams made a bowl game last year. They were not one of them. Now, they are not expected to do too much this year, but they are led by Colton Joseph, who is one of the better quarterbacks in the conference. He is fairly accurate, all-around quarterback. He's got good throwing power, and he's pretty mobile as well. Their running game actually is decent, but they are 1-0 coming into this game, and the receiving core maybe is the weakest part of their roster, and that's maybe why they're not projected to do too well. They do have TJ Lott, who is their best receiver right now, but Ryan Shackelford is out for 4 weeks with a broken thumb. So they will be technically missing their highest rated overall receiver. And then behind him and TJ Lott, they have 4 freshman receivers. So our defensive backs will be looking to take care of business today as we start season number 2. Let's get this season underway. Devin Gage boots it for his first kickoff of his career, and Old Dominion will kneel it down in the end zone. Out comes Colton Joseph. We will see him for at least 2 seasons here, barring that he does not transfer away. The first play of the game is Joseph. He's going to keep it on the option as he picks up 8 yards, tackled by the new middle linebacker, Cameron Kroll, number 45. 2nd and 2. Here's a screen pass called on the orbit screen, and he does pick up a first down. That's a tackle by Websley Etienne, number 12, the senior tight end, but they do pick up the first down. Joseph changing the play at the line with a fresh set of downs here. He throws to the right side. This one is caught, and he's brought down, but a fumble on the play, and it's going to be picked up by the defense. DeAubrey Hood, the cornerback on the right side, number 16, forces that out. But let's just take a closer look at that, because it looks like number 3 is down right here. That's Bryce Paul. But they do not overturn the call on the field. This will stand as a fumble and recovery by the defense. So out comes our offense right away. Jaylon Raynor returning here at starting quarterback, healthy this time. He rolls to the right side, throws downfield. It's a wide open Mike Williams. Touchdown. On the first play for the offense, they leave the best playmaker in our receiving corp wide open. Wow. I don't know how that happens, but what a start to the season, and it's 7-0 Arkansas State. So here is Colton Joseph now back out onto the field, running the football this time with Darrell Green as he picks up a gain of 15. Taken down at about the 40-yard line by Brandon Grill, the junior free safety. Here's a short throw this time and a good pass breakup. And there is Cameron Kroll again. He's made a couple of plays early on these first couple of drives. I can't wait to see what season he is going to have as a sophomore. 3rd and 10 here for Joseph in the pocket, backing up, throwing on the run. He's got a man across the middle, but there is a tackle by the true freshman, Joey Garcia, coming up with the stop. So here we go running the football now after a punt. There is Josh Flowers, his first carry as a running back. He picks up 2. 2nd and 8 now. Pressure on Raynor. Raynor gets away, throws this one across his body. A bit of a dangerous throw right there, looking for Mustafa Mayo. 3rd and 8. Here's a throw to the right side. This one's caught by Williams, but the Old Dominion Monarchs are there for the stop. So here we go, back on defense. Here is Joseph throwing deep to the right side. This one's caught. It's going to be taken all the way to the 40-yard line. And it just looked like we might have had an interception on that play, but Old Dominion comes through with the catch. Colton Joseph now, read option. He does have some mobile ability as Cameron Kroll takes him down. And that's a gain of 10 and a first down. Inside of field goal range here for Joseph. Off the edge is Trey Claybrooks. He gets to the quarterback, but they do complete the pass to Bryce Paul again. Another fresh set of downs here. 1st and 5 here for the offense. A big hole for Dante Wack inside the 5 and tackled by Grill. And it's a 1st and goal. Handoff this time back to Wack. He breaks a tackle, falling into the end zone, and the Monarchs will score. It's a touchdown. A turnover on their first drive, and now they drive all the way down the field on this one to tie this ball game up. So 7-7 here for Arkansas State on the road. Here's a handoff as Flowers cuts it upfield for a gain of 4. Flowers is an 88-speed running back. He doesn't have that home run speed as Anthony Capps checks in, the sophomore. He doesn't have that speed either. But here is Raynor directing traffic, throwing down the field. It's Anthony Capps. He has it at about the 30-yard line, and it is a big-time first down. Raynor just buying time, directing his running back to go upfield, and completes the pass. Back to the ground game this time. It's a read option keeper as Raynor runs out of bounds for a gain of 11. A pretty good call right there. Anthony Capps in the game this time. A screen pass called. He has a couple of blocks, fighting forward inside the 10, and it is now 1st and goal. Josh Flowers checks back into the game now. He gets a carry, cuts upfield. He fights forward. It's a touchdown. Josh Flowers did it all last season as a quarterback and now officially listed as a tailback, and he runs it in, and it is now 14-7. I want to highlight number 71, the transfer from Notre Dame, Charles Jagusa, leading the way that time on that run. So here we go, up by 7 again. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's a handoff this time and a good tackle, and another tackle by Cameron Kroll. If he can make plays like this all season long and be a leader of the defense, it's going to be a good one. Here's a throw deep. This time, it's going to be a catch. TJ Lott behind the defense. It's a touchdown. Bad coverage call that time by the D coordinator. We were stuck in a cover 2, and that just allowed Lott to run free down the sideline. So 14 up here, as it looks like this is going to go back and forth, at least in the first half. As here's Tennell Bryant, the senior, has a space, and he breaks free. Bryant in the open field. Nobody is going to catch him. Touchdown, Red Wolves. And Tennell Bryant, the senior, 5'6". All he needs is the smallest crease, and he finds it. And then he's gone in the blink of an eye. And that's what he does well. He is, to me, more of a great returner than a receiver, but he does have that 98 speed. Up by 7 again. Here's an RPO action. Up the field is number 86, Naeem Gladding. And Colton Joseph finds him for the first down. Still a minute to go here in the first quarter, by the way. Colton Joseph runs his running back in motion, throws across the middle of the field, and this one is caught. And another first down here for Old Dominion. Running a man in motion this time. Now a cross screen. This is going to be caught by Dante Wack as he picks up 5. Where is the pressure? We need a sack right here. It's 3rd and 5. We send 5. We send a blitzer. Throw it to the right side. This one is knocked out of the hands of Bryce Paul by number 16, who's going to assume that number 1 cornerback role this year in DeAubrey Hood. So here we go back on offense. That play isn't going to work. That was stopped very quickly. James Rexcoat there on the tackle, or on the catch. 3rd and 7. Here's a throw to the right side, and this one's caught, and that is Tennell Bryant. He plays in the slot as well. It's a first down throw. Raynor now play action fake now. Throwing to left side. It's a wide open Mike Williams. Williams makes a man miss and picks up about a gain of 15 yards. And a first down as we're across the 50. Into the second quarter now. Here's Raynor under pressure, and the pocket collapses. Nobody was open, and he goes down for a loss of 6. It's a 2nd and 16 now at the 49. Here's a throw to a wide open Mustafa Mayo. The sophomore tight end cuts upfield and picks up a gain of 15 yards. 3rd and 1 now. Back to the ground game. Here is Flowers, and he picks up a gain of 3. Right there leading the charge was the right guard Cooper Starks, who is a transfer as well. We got through the portal. He starts as a redshirt junior, leading the way there at right guard as we have 4 new starters on the offensive line. It's a 2nd and 2. A quick throw. It's Mike Williams. He has the space and a first down. Mike Williams just finds a way to get open. 1st and 10 again. Play action fake now. Here's Raynor throw into the right side, and it's Williams for about a gain of 4 yards. And now it's a 2nd and 6 at the 7. Back to Flowers. Flowers pushing forward as he gets to the 1. Into the game is Travis De La Cruz, the walk-on freshman tailback. We hand it to him, and he will score. You gotta love the versatility of this offense now. A walk-on tailback who is actually technically the 4th string on the depth chart. He gets in here on the goal line, and he punches it in. He might even be the 5th string running back, I think, at this point. And it's a 2-score lead here for Arkansas State. Here is the ground game for Old Dominion, carrying them so far and keeping them in this game. It's Dante Wack as he gets a first down. Play action now from Joseph. Joseph under pressure, and he gets hit on that throw. That is Zaire Paul, number 4, who has transitioned into a pass-rushing interior defensive lineman. 3rd and 6 now. Joseph all day. He finally gets hit on that throw. It's Trey Claybrooks who's there for the hit. So 2.5 minutes to go here before halftime. Here is Cedric Hawkins, as we've seen 4 different tailbacks who got the football today so far. Here's Anthony Capps, who led our team in touchdowns a year ago with 7 on the ground, as he picks up the first down. We go 5 wide with under 2 minutes to go. Here is Raynor looking deep. He's got a man with the step. It's Mike Williams. He gets it to him for the touchdown. Williams to Raynor ×2. Mike Williams, such a good receiver. I don't know what it is, but he just creates separation. And that's the one thing that I've said that he does better than Tennell Bryant. It's just the separation factor. I don't think it has anything to do with ratings. It's just the game. It's just how he plays within the game. He just finds a way. Up 21 on defense. Here is Joseph throwing to left side. He's got Dante Wack, who breaks the tackle for a first down. They're across the 50 now, looking to add some points before halftime. 40 seconds to go. Here's a throw to left side and another tough catch. And Brandon Grill could not break that one up. Another first down now. 10 seconds remaining and the clock is running. Here's Joseph throwing up the seam, and he will find his man for the touchdown. That's Darrell Green, the backup tailback. And Joey Garcia, the freshman safety, was in coverage that time to allow that touchdown. But we go into halftime still with a 2-score lead. But both teams have put up over 50 points in the first half combined. It's been fireworks here in the opener. So let's hop into the second half as we will start out with the Rock, as they will kick it deep to Tennell Bryant, who's already returned one today. He takes it out of the end zone. He finds a space, and he cuts a field. Tennell Bryant does it again. Is there a flag? No flags. Touchdown. Wow. Tennell Bryant, if this is how he starts out the season, how is he going to affect this year on special teams? It's just a different element that is added to this roster when Tennell Bryant returns kickoffs for touchdowns like this, or sets our team up with great field position. And we're back up by 21 just like that. Joseph now under pressure, gets hit on that one, and that will be incomplete. Thrown out of bounds now, and now it's 3rd and 10. Colton Joseph, a draw play, and there is Zaire Paul there for the tackle in the backfield. He is an undersized defensive tackle. He was a high school quarterback. Then we tried him out at linebacker. Now he is an interior defensive pass rusher. I don't exactly know what to call that position for him, but here is Mike Williams continuing where he left off. Another catch for a first down. Just at the edge of field goal range now. It's 2nd and 11. Good pocket, but Raynor scrambles out to the right side. He has a man open, and that was Mike Williams, but he takes it himself to about the 15. At the 15-yard line now, we go 5 wide again. It looks like Raynor kind of likes this formation, going empty. He really feels comfortable now as a senior. Here's a throw to the end zone, looking for Jameel Showers, number 88. And now it is 3rd and 10. Here's a throw across the middle, and it's Mike Williams again. 8 for 173, 2 touchdowns for the sophomore. 1st and goal. Anthony Capps walks it in. It's a 28-point lead. He even strikes the Heisman pose, but don't do that just yet. And it is a 49-21 game. On to the 4th quarter now. Here is Joseph throwing across the middle, and he is rattled. That one was just thrown into the ground. Now 2nd and 10, Joseph in the pocket. We rush 4. He throws to the right side. This one's intercepted. It's DeAubrey Hood. And Hood has had quite the game. He's forced a fumble, broke up a couple of passes, and now adds an interception here to his resume here in the opener to start his junior year. So here we go on offense. Raynor still in the game, surprisingly. I'm surprised Arkansas State hasn't put in any of the backups, but he does throw an incomplete pass. And in comes Devin Gage for his first meaningful field goal. This one's from 51 yards out, and this one barely gets over the crossbar, and it's good for his first career kick there. As you fast forward a little bit into under 2 minutes to go in this game, here is Anthony Capps getting some carries at the end of this game. I just want to get some guys some experience. I don't know what each game is going to be, game in and game out. Different guys are going to get different playing time. As Capps here at the 1, he's going to get the carry here with about 6 seconds left, and he walks in for the touchdown. Led our team in touchdowns a year ago, and we get the win here in week number 1. A good showing from, honestly, kind of both sides of the football. We did allow some big passing plays, but when we needed a turnover, we got 2 of them from DeAubrey Hood. And one thing that I liked about the offense is that we did not turn the football over at all. 8 for 173 from Mike Williams. He was amazing. Total offense, Old Dominion actually had more than us, but look at the balance. We ran the ball 35 times, attempted 25 passes. So we ran the ball a lot more than we actually threw the ball, but look at the score. 2 special teams touchdowns as well from Tennell Bryant. That also helps. Colton Joseph actually finished with some really good numbers, to be honest with you. So we're going to have to clean that up, maybe get some more pressure on the quarterback, maybe scheme up some blitzes some more. But on our side, I would say the offense looks really good. It was just one game, so I don't want to overreact. Raynor looked comfortable in 5 wide, so we're definitely going to start running that a lot more. Anthony Capps led the running back room in carries. He had 20 today. Mike Williams had 8 for 173. We already know that. He gets Offensive Player of the Game. Anthony Capps had a few receptions as well, 4 for 67. No other receiver had more than 1 catch in the game besides Mike Williams. That kind of speaks volumes. Now, one thing that we did want to do in the offseason is add some more receivers, and we did that with a couple of freshmen, but we still only got the ball to Mike Williams, so I definitely want to change that going forward. But other than that, I think we played a pretty smooth game, and I'm happy with how we started our second season in this series. So next episode, we will face FAU, who was already 1-0 on the year, but FAU beat us in the bowl game a year ago. Carson Krueger is now their starting quarterback, and he's got a gang of guys with him, including a very stout receiving room. So if we need a test early on in the season, this is going to be it for our secondary. So we will see if our team is up for the task, because this won't be an easy game. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Hope you guys enjoyed the first game of season 2. Let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.